Social Security has been all over the news lately, with changes that could potentially impact millions of public workers, retirees, and soon-to-be retirees. From long overdue fairness in Social Security benefits to understanding why some of your benefits are taxed, let's break it all down in today's video. For over 40 years, some of the hardest working Americans, teachers, firefighters, and police officers, have been penalized by outdated rules known as the Windfall Elimination provision and the government pension offset. But thanks to recent changes, those penalties are now history. The Social Security Fairness Act repealed the WEP and GPO. Those were the two provisions that reduced benefits for those with those non-covered pensions. Those affected could see Social Security increases from $400 to $1,200. And it's not just future changes, of course. This is retroactive to December of 2023, so those affected could see a lump sum payout for thousands of dollars. If you worked in a job that gave you a pension but didn't withhold Social Security taxes, this law directly benefits you. This affects retirees drawing upon their own personal work history, spouses, or even survivor benefits. So if you haven't, please make sure to go to ssa.gov to check on your eligibility and update your payment info. Social Security benefits are based on something called AIM, your average indexed monthly earnings. Then they apply what are known as BEN points to calculate your primary insurance amount. WEP altered this by reducing the first BEN point replacement rate from 90% down to as low as 40%. If you had less than 30 years in Social Security covered employment, you were penalized more heavily. This created a confusing and often unfair system. So why did this take so long? Well, WEP and GPO were introduced back in 1983 as part of reforms to save the Social Security Trust Fund. At the time, it seemed like a reasonable solution to prevent what lawmakers referred to as double dipping. But critics have long said that they disproportionately affect public workers, especially women and lower income retirees. But wait, why are Social Security benefits taxed at all? Well, actually, from Social Security's birth in 1935 all the way up to 1983, your benefits were completely tax-free. But that changed with the Social Security amendments of 1983. What was the rationale? Well, suddenly people were collecting more benefits than they actually paid into because people were living so much longer. Today, if your combined income, your AGI, your tax-exempt interest, and up to 50% of your Social Security benefits cross a certain threshold, then you could be taxed up to 85%. Supporters of this tax argued that Social Security should be treated like any other pension. However, critics argued that you had paid into it your whole life and you shouldn't be taxed again. So let us know in the comments below your thoughts. Yes, should Social Security be taxed, or no, should it not be taxed? Also, if you have any questions about your health insurance, please feel free to reach us in the comments below or at the number on the screen. We are actually licensed health insurance brokers, and we deal with clients nationwide. There's absolutely no charge for our services. And we release these types of videos on a weekly basis, so please make sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date. All right, let's get back to it. So what should you do? Well, first and foremost, as I said, make sure to log on to ssa.gov to verify your banking information and make sure that all your information there is correct. Also, you may want to speak to a financial advisor or tax professional regarding how this could affect your taxes, and you certainly may want to speak with an insurance broker to determine if this will affect your Part B monthly premium. Remember that your Part B monthly premium is directly related to your income. And of course, the IRS is looking at your income from 2 years prior, so you can file Form SSA-44, which is the IRMA form, if there have been changes in your income, to make sure that you are paying the appropriate Medicare Part B monthly premium. If you'd like to learn more, I've got a video that discusses that more in depth, which I will put below. And of course, make sure to check out our All About Medicare playlist. If you have questions, you can reach us in the comments or at the number on the screen. We are licensed health insurance brokers, and we're licensed nationwide with absolutely no charge for our services. As always, please make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.